Hey everybody, it's Bubs. So today is going to be a tutorial, but it's slightly different because it's not a voiceover. I'm just going to do it live. And the requested tutorial is to do a nose contouring tutorial, and by using some makeup to give an illusion of a slimmer nose. Before I start with demo, I just want to talk a bit about nose contouring. I know that a lot of people are self-conscious, especially the nose, because it's right in the center. So I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but most of my friends don't like their own nose. I myself admit that my nose is certainly not the best feature of my face. I do have a rather typical Asian nose. You can see that I do have a bridge, but it's not, my nose isn't that high, which, you know, I don't really mind. Say that Asian noses appear wider because they don't really have definition right here. Some people, they have it's like sharper like this, but with me, you know, it's quite flat. You know, nobody is perfect. I certainly can't imagine myself with a super skinny nose. Like, if I had a super skinny nose, it would look like this. I'm just gonna sniff like this. You know, nobody is perfect, and it's all these little features that sort of make you who you are. Really honest, I don't contour my nose that much. Yeah, I don't actually contour my nose very often, but I'm going to demonstrate how I would contour it, because the way I would do it is actually different from how people normally do it. Typically, I like to use a eyeshadow brush to contour the nose. This brush is actually just one of the brushes that I'm sampling for my cosmetic brushes. You can see one end is kind of tapered at the top like a pencil brush, so if you have anything like this, that will work too. The other end is just like a slightly fluffier brush for blending. You're going to need a matte powder that's at least 3 shades darker than your skin tone. So I love to use the NARS Laguna right here. So I'm going to start by taking my brush and kind of just tapping a little bit of product. A lot of people like to start at the brow bone up here. I kind of work downwards. So for me, I like to start right here, which is the side of my nose. Like this. Just kind of want to work it in like this. And I'm just going to bring it in like this, and this gives an illusion of a slimmer nose. So just do this first. What I like to do is kind of just grab anything like a cotton bud or brush and kind of just go like this. Feel this is where you're going to shade up. So it turns out I stopped talking because I can't multitask. But anyway, taking your brush, you're just going to gently bring it upwards like so. By doing this, you're creating shadow, which brings height and also slim downs the nose. So if you compare one side of the nose to the other, you will see that one side has more definition. Now I just repeat the same process with the other side of my nose. And remember, you want to gradually build up the color. Applying too much color will end up making your nose appear dirty. One of the most important things about contouring is blending. So blend away, my friends. Now, because the tip of my nose is not pointed, it's slightly bulbous, it means that following this method is better than shading around the tip. I don't like to contour the eyebrow bone a lot because it looks less natural, so I just use excess powder and move upwards. Now, using a fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend away any harsh edges. I'm taking a highlight here. Just highlight the bridge of your nose like this. Doing this with a concealer will make your nose appear straighter. Another great trick is to use a concealer and soften out your nasolabial lines. Instead of going through all the process of contouring, you can do this trick instead because it's quite effective. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but when I look at the mirror, my nose does look a bit taller. So this is before the contouring, and this is after. You can see my nose is more defined, but I do kind of prefer how I looked before, to be honest. Some other illusions that you can do is not to apply your blusher so close. Try to apply it further out so it's not too close to your nose, and that normally drives attention away. Also know that if you tie your fringe up, nose will look smaller apparently. So I hope it was helpful. You guys probably don't even notice that much of a change. You know, the change isn't much. You're not looking to get a perfect nose. I hope this was helpful in any way for you guys. Just saying, guys, nobody's perfect. My face reviewed by an uncle who is a surgeon, and he told me that the most problematic thing about my face is actually not my nose, which I was very surprised about, but he told me it was my forehead. He told me my chin is too short compared to my forehead. My nose is shorter, like A lot of people, their tips kind of go down like this, but mine actually just stays up like this. You know, we've all been there, right? At some point of our lives, we've considered surgery. Surgery is just, it's a really, really big step. To anybody out there who are currently considering surgery, I won't be judging this because I know you'll have a reason, and it must affect you enough for you to be physically and mentally ready for this. I try to go through several options before making such a big step. Even just experimenting with makeup maybe could change your mind. Remember that nobody is perfect. A bunch of people called the media will make sure that you will never be happy with yourself. Believe me, that is the only way they can make money. They'll make you want to be slimmer, they'll make you want to be perfect. Here's what you have or how you like. They'll always make sure that they'll have you wanting more. For example, you can spend months and months saving up for a designer handbag. 2 months later, they'll release a new design that's like limited edition or something. You're always going to be grabbing your tail, believe me guys, and it's not very healthy to get caught up with what you don't have so much. So instead of always, you know, kind of being bummed out with what you don't have, try to focus on what you have instead, guys. Stay beautiful, everyone.